Rafi's story, a lesson in Kindeshello, everyone. Welcome back to Hope of English channel. This video will help you improve your speaking skills. Today, I'm going to tell you an emotional story. Before we continue, click like and subscribe so you never miss new uploads. It is very helpful. So let's start now. I live in a busy city. The streets are always full of people. Cars and buses move all day. I work in an office. My name is Rafi. I live alone in a small rented room. My parents live in a village. My father died 5 years ago. He was a kind man. He gave me a silver watch before he died. He said, "This will remind you of me." I loved that watch very much. It was old, but beautiful. I wore it every day. One cold evening, I was returning home from work. It was already dark. The street lights were on. People were walking fast. I was tired. I wanted to reach home soon. I looked at my watch. It was 8:40 p.m. I had missed my bus. So I decided to walk to the next stop. Suddenly, I heard a loud noise. I looked ahead. A small crowd had gathered near the road. Something had happened. I went closer. A boy was lying on the ground. He was about 10 years old. His leg was bleeding. He was crying in pain. No one was helping him. Some people were just watching. Some were taking pictures. It made me sad. I ran to the boy. I asked what happened. An old man said, "A rickshaw hit him." His mother went to call someone. I looked at the boy. He was shaking. His face was pale. I took off my scarf and tied it around his leg to stop the blood. I said, "Don't worry. You will be fine." He tried to smile, but he was too weak. I shouted, "Can anyone call an ambulance?" No one answered. Everyone looked away. One man said, "It's not our problem." I felt angry and helpless. I stopped a taxi and said, "Please take us to the hospital." The driver looked at the boy and said, "No, he is bleeding. My seat will get dirty." Then he drove away. Another driver also refused. I didn't know what to do. Finally, one CNG driver stopped. He said, "I can take you, but you must pay first 200 taka. I opened my wallet. I had only 70 taka. I said, "Brother, please, it's an emergency. I will pay later." He said, "No money, no ride." I looked at my watch, my father's watch. I took it off slowly and said, "Take this. It's worth more than 200 taka. Please help us." He looked at the watch and then nodded. He said, "Okay, get in." I lifted the boy into the CNG. He was still crying. I held his hand and said, "Be strong. We are almost there." After 15 minutes, we reached the hospital. I ran inside and shouted, "Please help. The boy is hurt." The nurses came quickly. They took him inside the emergency room. I waited outside. My shirt had blood on it. People looked at me, but I didn't care. I was just praying, "Please God, save him." After some time, a nurse came out. She said, "You brought him just in time. He lost a lot of blood, but he will live." I closed my eyes and thanked God. I sat on a bench. I was tired, but peaceful. I didn't even know his name. I just knew that he was safe. A few minutes later, a woman ran into the hospital. She was crying. She said, "Where is my son?" A nurse showed her the room. She went in and came out again. She saw me sitting there. She came to me and held my hands. "You saved my child," she said. Tears rolled down her face. I said, "Please don't cry." "Anyone would do the same," she said. No one helped. "Only you did." I smiled. She tried to give me some money. I said, "No, I don't want anything. Take care of your son." When I left the hospital, it was very late. The roads were empty. The cold wind touched my hands. I looked at my empty wrist. My watch was gone. I whispered, "Father, I lost your gift, but I hope you are proud of me." I started walking home. My heart was full of peace. I had lost something precious, but I had saved a life. A few weeks later, I was at my office. My boss called me. He said, "Someone is here to see you." When I went to the office, I saw a man and a small boy. The boy ran to me and hugged me. "Uncle, it's you," he said. I was surprised. It was the same boy I had helped. The man said, "I am his father. You saved my son. We looked for you everywhere." I smiled and said, "I'm happy he's fine now." The man said, "You gave your watch to the driver that night." I found it. He opened a small box. Inside was my old silver watch. I couldn't believe it. Tears came to my eyes. I said, "Thank you so much." He said, "No, thank you. You gave us our son back." He also gave me another gift, a new watch. He said, "This is from our family to you." I didn't know what to say. I just smiled. Now, when I look at my wrist, I see two watches, one from my father and one from the boy's family. They remind me of one thing. Kindness always returns. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it always comes back. Moral of the story: time is valuable, but life is more valuable. When you use your time to help others, you never lose anything. Kindness always finds its way back to you, often in ways you never expect. Years passed, but I never forgot that day. Sometimes life became busy, and problems came and went. But whenever I felt tired or discouraged, I would look at my wrist. Those two watches were more than just gifts. They were reminders. Reminders that even a small act can change someone's life forever. One evening, while walking home, I saw a young girl sitting by the roadside crying softly. People walked past her, too busy to stop. For a moment, I hesitated. I had things to do, places to be. But then, I looked at my watches. I took a deep breath and walked over to her. "What's wrong?" I asked gently. She told me she was lost and couldn't find her way home. I stayed with her, helped her calm down, and eventually found her parents. When they arrived, their faces filled with relief and gratitude. As they thanked me, I simply smiled. This time, I didn't wait for anything in return. I already understood the lesson. Kindness isn't about rewards. It's about doing what is right, even when no one is watching. As I walked away, I glanced at my wrist again and whispered to myself, "The cycle continues, and it always will." Thank you for watching. If this helped you, like the video, share it, and stay connected for more simple, real English practice. Until next time, keep speaking, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. You should check out the new video right here.